Africa, notably Uganda and also South Africa, before his posting to the GIZ headquarters in the and GIZ has also partnered with other development agencies in the program this evening. But by way of introduction, he has...
Your Excellencies, senior officials, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, Nisambul Vinaka, welcome and a very good evening to you all. It's my pleasure to address you at this evening's GIZ Pacific Islands New Year cocktail reception. And I thank you warmly again, James, for your gracious invitation. Excellencies, the friendship between Fiji and Germany and the people of the Pacific is a proud one that spans over 40 years. This friendship is also a tangible and meaningful one, made possible through the work of its Development Cooperation Agency, GIZ. Fiji and the Pacific benefited enormously from GIZ's work in the region. These benefits are largely in the form of technical assistance in the areas of environment and climate change adaptation, sustainable energy, forest conservation, marine and coastal biodiversity, and low-carbon sea transport. Excellencies, GIZ's partnership with the Secretariat of the Pacific Community in assisting regional governments to cope with the impact of climate change continues to be acknowledged with sincere appreciation. I also wish to acknowledge the various regional projects that have been commissioned by the German Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, the German Federal Ministry for the Environment, Nature, Conservation and Nuclear Safety, and the German Federal Foreign Office and its co-funders. Whilst our friendship with the GIZ is well established, there was a recent realization that our friendship needed to be scaled up as urgent climate action had become much more apparent. The government of Fiji last year entered into heightened relations with the German government when we assumed the presidency of COP23 in 2017. The success of Fiji's presidency was largely in part owed to the friendship and the support of the government of Germany. Excellencies, as early as the 8th St. Petersburg Dialogue, our Honorable Prime Minister expressed his appreciation to the German government and Chancellor Angela Merkel for her vision and leadership in our collective effort to advance the range of responses to climate change. At the recent launch of our low-emission development strategy, we again extended our appreciation to Chancellor Merkel for Germany's assistance to Fiji's presidency of COP23. Excellencies, as I now assume the role of Minister for Foreign Affairs, equipped with my experiences as the COP23 high-level climate champion, I will continue to foster strong relations in the areas of shared and mutual interest, and I'm glad to see the great synergy between the environment changes in the region with the technical assistance that GIZ is already providing. With the adoption of the 2030 agenda in September 2015, member states of the United Nations created a new international framework for global sustainable development that GIZ has aligned itself with. Earlier this week, I was impressed to read that Germany's 28-member Government Commission has announced plans to shut down all 84 coal-fired plants by 2038 in its commitment to addressing climate change. I once again congratulate Germany for this courageous commitment and step in the right direction that we must all follow. May I please invite everyone to give a round of applause to the people and the government of Germany for this life-assuring initiative. Thank you. Today's function also coincides with the farewell of Ambassador Tidman's end of posting and is now considering his next steps. Excellency, I wish to congratulate you again on an illustrious career in the Foreign Service, and I wish you well for the future. But make sure you come back to Fiji. I am also thankful for the great work that he has done in bringing Germany closer to the region. In conclusion, I am thankful to the German government through GIZ and the Director Forbes in bringing us all together this evening. And I see in the room a lot of rugby playing countries. May the best team win in Sydney. But as a proud Fijian, I'm always bet for Fiji. Pinakapakalevu, and thank you.